to do that program. 1 botanical balance, they need 1 amitone, they need 1 pro-vitality, and 3 containers of the shake if they were to do the initial one, like what I did. Okay. But with the shake, usually we say to put 2 scoops. But if you find that expensive, you can even use a scoop. You can use 1 scoop so that instead of a shake taking 10 days, it can stay for 2 weeks. You understand? And if it's also still expensive, you can skip a day or 2 about the shake, but you must have a meal. During the time you should have had the shake, you must have your meal. So the 5 times you must eat. Now, if it is too bad, and you are asked which basic products can I give for weight, you can give these 3. You can give 3NN, amitone, and botanical balance. 3NN, because if the 3NN is not there, if the cells are not opened up, nothing is going in the cell, it cannot work. So 3NN or formula 4+, I give the option of 3NN because 3NN, there's even a small one. So 3NN or formula 4+, then you can give botanical balance and amitone. Those 3 will still work. But one of the things that you must know, these people with weight, they need to know what are the effects of having this weight. Because weight is a big deal. Weight can give you cancer, weight can bring you arthritis, weight can bring you diabetes, weight can give you high blood pressure. For women, weight will give us infertility. So against all those things, do you still want to keep this weight? Not to mention the self-esteem side. You understand? So sometimes we are not selling the weight program because we don't have this information. And you don't know what to say when there are certain questions. Like yesterday we went, and in our session, there was a nurse who, we said, she said, so you told me there's some fruits I should not eat. There are 2 fruits you should not eat in the fruit salad, a banana and a mango. Now, I told you that weight is a sugar issue. When we eat processed foods, we put excess sugar into our body. So when excess sugar is excess, all that excess sugar, the body can only store it in the form of fat. And the fat can be anywhere, because sometimes the other question is, I only want to lose the pot, I only want to lose my backside, it's only this hand. Your body is like a store. So if you open a store, if this is where the space, it puts it there. If it is here, so if you have weight anywhere, you just do the whole program. The program is designed in such a way that it can identify where the fat is and not touch any other fat. That's number 1. So you can't say, which product do I use to only get rid of this pot? No, you still need to do the program. Okay. Then I was saying that, so people need to understand that weight is a problem. So you need to know it is an investment. When you're doing a weight management program, it's not an expense. Because if you don't do anything about that weight, if you get diabetes, you're in a worse situation. So if anybody has got diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, if they have all those major diseases, but they have weight, don't even give them those supplements for pressure. You're not helping them. The weight is the problem. It is the core cause. It's a root cause. So you're better off that they shed the weight, then you add the other products. So let people know that it is a matter of health, life and death to take care of their health. One of the things that Africans don't appreciate, and I'm not saying that we're also an African, we feel this supplementation thing is a Mzungu thing, isn't it? But let me ask you, those people who keep cows and chickens and horses, do you know they buy supplements? So some people are giving their animals more supplements than themselves. In fact, a farmer will give the animal a supplement, a cow, so that it produces more milk. So what do you as the farmer take to be more productive? Nothing. Surely you have a problem. The money you spend in your house to pay your rent and the one you eat, which one takes more money? Is it the house rent or what you eat? The rent. So you value those stones and brick more than your body? That's what you're telling me. So sometimes you need to bring people to reality. As women, with our hair, with our salon, with our nails, if you have a phone, you're carrying a phone of like maybe 20,000 and a supplement of 2,000 that is Calma, you tell me you can't buy. People who drive just as they're putting fuel of 30,000 Kenya shillings. Now Kenya fuel is very expensive. So you probably need between 25 and 30,000 Kenya shillings to fuel a car for a month. So this man can fuel a car for a month, but a weight program that is half the cost, they cannot buy. So what are you telling me? So sometimes you have to bring people to reality and let them know that they're already using that money. And eventually you either use money on supplements or on the doctor, you choose, but you're going to use. And then these products make you not need a medical insurance. I don't have a medical cover. All that money that I'll take into a cover, I'll take supplements. And you see the problem of a medical cover for me. When you give money to an insurance for a medical cover, all the years you are not sick, me, I've not been sick 25 years. So if I was paying this money for 25 years, imagine how rich that company is. Because I've not been sick. I would rather even put that money into an account and buy an apartment with that money. But optionally, my insurance is this product that I'm more sure of, that I know will work. So sometimes you have to talk to people. And then finally, I must tell you, there are people you will never help, no matter how much you want to help them. And that is how they are. We don't know why they are like that. And it is okay, they can die in peace. It is true. They can actually die in peace. Because when you take the supplement, who's benefiting? Then finally, these distributors, they have a problem. When they do business, they think they're doing for Justus. Because Justus say, I traveled, so Justus come and say, hey, we're the ones who worked for Justus to travel. There's nothing like that. Even you can work in travel. In your life, the top is flat like this. So everybody who comes here, you can have 20, 100 presidents in your life. In life, we are used to one president. Here, you can only have one president. In Kenya, we can have one. In your life, you can have as many presidents as you want. So when you don't use the product because Justus will earn, who will die? You. So you just go and die. So if you are not selling products because Justus will get my PV, okay, no problem. Who will be broke? You.
Now.
So you must change that thinking.
Now, for me, I have issue. Like I have access. I have pressure.
Okay. You have pressure, you have ulcers, you have arthritis. Now, pressure and arthritis is the same thing, is because of your weight. So the first thing you need to go and do is do what we call BMI. Whenever you go to a doctor, they put you on the weighing scale. Did you realize that? Whenever you go to the doctor, they put you on the weight scale, they take your pressure, they take your temperature. So the first thing for you, and maybe you have never thought.
Now, for me, arthritis, I can't take arthritis. I got an accident. So the problem is kneecap.
Oh, did they replace a kneecap?
No, they remove one piece.
Yeah.
So the capacity one.
Yeah.
So
okay. Okay.
But when I'm walking,
yeah,
when I sit long,
yeah, you get pain. Yeah.
So they advise me like the work I'm doing, I can sit long. So when I'm walking, I have it's not sharp, but there's this.
Yeah, part of that pain is because of your weight. I want to just tell you what arthritis is, and so I don't know. So this is how your body is. This is your joint, your bone up, and this is your bone down. So there's the bone, and then there's like a small thing we call a cartilage. Like chicken, if you break, there's that small outer part that you can actually bite. Now, arthritis, and then there's the fluid here. That is like grease for the joints. Now, when you have arthritis, it is this bone rubbing against bone. The fluid is finished. This cartilage has been eaten off. So you know what is happening? Bone is rubbing against bone. It's like two metals rubbing, which are at friction. So that is where you get the pain. And you know why you have this problem? Your body is like this, and your bones are like this if you're overweight. So when you're overweight, you've got all this big mass pressuring this joint because this is too big for this bone. Am I making sense? So when you have weight, the pressure is on the joints because this boy's body is too big for this.
But this side, okay.
Yeah, I'm explaining to you what it is because I can see your weight. You see this capot here, this is weight. So what you go and do something we call BMI, although I can give you the formula because I know how to calculate. But when you get rid of that weight, then there's some products you must use. So you need to go on the weight program. When you go on the weight program, it will sort out your arthritis issue and it will sort out your pressure issue. This is what pressure is. When you eat the wrong food, how old is she in the business, Justus?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, so you understand the food pyramid. So you understand when we eat the refined foods. When we eat the wrong foods, we get cholesterol. So cholesterol builds up in these veins, if this is the vein. So cholesterol builds on the side of the veins, and then now it closes this passage. So the blood, the heart is trying to beat and allow blood to pass through here, but this cholesterol is too much. The heart cannot be able to do it. So the heart has to put pressure, and overbeat, I bet you have palpitations, palpitations is very hard, fast heartbeat, because it is trying to pump blood and it can't because you have this cholesterol on the joints. You understand? So this pressure is because of the weight you have for eating wrong. That's why I said, when you lose that weight you have, it will help you with your pressure and it will help you with your arthritis. Now for ulcers, you need to use aloe vera plus and zinc, chelated zinc. Ulcers, when you use the normal medication, they just cover the wound, the Maalox and what have you. And I'm telling you the names because
the ulcers, which I have the gut, which is coming. It's like
acid, yeah, reflux. Yes, they call that a reflux. So you need aloe vera plus. You know aloe vera plus? Yes, so you take aloe vera plus. So for you, you need to do the weight management program. Then you need to add Calmag because of these bones. Omega-3 will sort out the fluid issue. Then you need to add aloe vera plus. And you can do zinc. And then you may need full motion. Zinc is for healing, any healing, internal healing. When somebody has been operated.
If a person has ulcers, can take zinc.
They can.
That is the solution. They take aloe vera plus and the zinc. Those two heal ulcers. So I want to ask you a question. So now that you have asked me, do you come for training?
I think this is the first.
You see now, you're 2 years, but because you don't come for training, even these products, you don't understand. You understand? And I'm not criticizing.
She actually registered majorly to use products.
Don't feel bad. I just want you to understand that when you don't understand, when you don't do some things, even what you want to do does not work. You understand? So for you, you need to attend what we call product sessions. So whenever they're training on the products, you need to join that meeting. Not because you want to sell, so that you understand for your own use. And then number 2, you have the books. So you need to read a little bit. Most of the time, when you join for product usage, anytime we have a product session, you just log in and enough. And we usually have one on Thursdays on Zoom. Dan Pascal and Betty Olo from South Africa. I also log into it in Kenya. So you understand? So if you know, you must be somewhere involved. Otherwise, you're in the business and not benefiting. Because I'm telling you all these things I'm telling you. If I open for you this catalog, you have these things here. Here, this one. If I open for you here, hey, all that I'm told you is here. Isn't it, ma'am? Yeah, it's here. If you go to John and Bontel here, you'll find it. Yeah, but people don't read, and I'm not blaming you. It's an African problem which we have to find out and sort out. You must read. I'll tell you something that happened to us this week. Went to a fuel station, and because of not reading, this station girl put in petrol in a diesel car.
Wow.
We got late for our appointment because they now need to drain all the fuel. They need to clean the tank. We actually had to look for another car to take us where we are going. And I just said, hey, Andrew, I told you, you know, I was telling them the importance of reading. As Africans, we have a problem, and I don't know what we are going to do. You must read. I don't have another solution. You just must read. You see, like the thing I've taught about sausages. Was she there when I taught about sausages? That thing, it's on the pack. You go today to that supermarket. Yeah, okay, you don't eat, but I'm saying whatever else you eat, whatever you're eating, whatever you people are eating, you're not reading the packet. You're not reading. I know even now if I go with you to the supermarket, if we go to the supermarket with you now, huh? You see me reading everything. I pick even the blue band container I'm going to read. Because in your life I've been trained, I know what to look out for. You understand? Now you're in your life, but because you also don't read the material you have, so even when you go to the supermarket, you don't know what to look for. So you get sick, but you're in the business. You know that makes it bad. I'm not criticizing you. I hope you're understanding, ma'am. I'm just saying it for the benefit of all of us, that when we join for whatever reason, let's just try and, even if for your own use, join the product sessions. They're there on Thursdays. I'm sure just as the team probably do another one. Just join for your own good. Because when you understand why you're doing something, you're going to use it. Me, you can never tell me I'm not going to use these products. I've swallowed them every day for 25 years. My daughter, she's 20. She started swallowing omega-3 at 3 days. She turned 20 last month. She has taken a supplement every day. In fact, now she got a job. She's 20. I told you she's a clever girl. She's 20. She looked for herself a job. She works for KFC in Kenya. These chips people. Then she's also in university. She decided to do a university online. She told me, Mommy, you say I went to university to to earn money, and I'm already earning a job. So I can't go to that university physically. I'll do it online because now money is more important. So that job has been crazy. Sometimes she goes to work at 3 p.m., then she'll come home at 2 a.m. Then another day, the day she does 3 a.m., she comes at 2 a.m. The following morning, she's supposed to go by 7 a.m. and then come at 5. Then another time she goes at 12 p.m., comes, I don't know, at 12 midnight. So she has done it like for the last 6 months. So that I said, Mommy, now I'm tired of this job. I told you, Angela, I told you to do New Life. Last night, she called me midnight. She has sent her kid money. It's here on my phone. She said, Mommy, now that business of yours, when you come, we are doing it. Do you understand?
Interesting.
But the one thing you must do, I tell you, you must read. You must decide why you join. Even if you get a customer joining for products, if they can't join a Zoom, you as the patron ones introduce them, you must go and educate them. Because we say, give education first. As we think motivate, we say a motivated idiot is still an idiot. You have not changed anything. So you can't motivate people. You give them knowledge, then you motivate them. You understand? So the excitement of saying, yes, we are going, how do we go? There's a weight program, how does it work? I'm telling you, if I sat here, if you just lift each product here, we can be here until tomorrow, because I'll tell you about each of these products, and I'm not reading anywhere. You will write and write and write, because I've taken the time to invest in myself and read. When there's a Zoom meeting, you look. The day there's a Zoom training, 10 minutes to that Zoom, I'm there. And I'm 25 years. Now you are not even 1 month old and you can't join Zoom. Now how am I going to help you? You know, in life, there are 2 things. You either have money to live with or you have effort. If you don't have money, you must make it up in effort. So somebody say, I have no money and I have no effort. I say, how can you die in peace? I can't help you. There's no way you can lack this. You just die in peace, sorry.
Talking about the weight management,
Yes.
You see that picture of yours where you are big, and then the picture where you now like the current you. Some of us have the mentality that you need to have a little bit of some weight.
I know that's an African perception. Like now they tell me, now you have become cheap like a Muzungu. What's your standard for weight is the BMI. So for you to know what weight should you be, go for a BMI. But because those Africans don't do those things, you see, we don't go for medical tests unless I'm feeling something. Ask her. They say, no, I wasn't feeling anything, so I didn't come. So by the time you feel something, it's already too late. So that perception that an African woman, like now people tell, another was telling me, you know, now you look nice like this, you're now African woman. I said, there's no African woman. This is a sick African woman. I don't want
I like that.
I don't want to be a sick African woman. No. I have to be a healthy African woman. And I haven't lost anything. I still have my hips. I still look nice. Don't I look nice? You do. In fact, I'm going to ask that man to bring more cows.
In fact, you look like you have 50 years ahead of you.
I know. The people I meet with, then they say, you know, you're the age of my mother, and my mother looks like like you're the daughter. They even bring a photo of the mother and they put it next. See, look at my mother and look at you. Then I start laughing. Wouldn't you be happy to have a mother who looks young? So like now, my son is supposed to get married, I think, next year. Hey, I can't wait, I will dance. And they'll think, is this the mother or the sister? Hey, you people must do the business. I just hope that what I've said will encourage you.
We shall really encourage us.
Yeah.
We shall do the business.
Yeah. And those who refuse to buy because of the cost, our products are up to our standard, not down to our price. Neolife will say, this is vitamin C. So let's put everything that vitamin C, a proper one, needs. Then we price it. The other people say, oh, these Ugandans, they can only afford 5,000. So we only use 5,000 and put in it. You understand? So the worst bit that we have is educating people. We want to sell. We are very quick to sell, but we are not educating. Me, by the time I sell you this weight program, I've taken you through what I took you through. I took you through the exercise, I took you through the 5 meals, I explained to you why. Then I say, this is the program, and this is how you can buy. You can buy directly, or you can buy from me. What do you want? Then they say, you know, I really want to lose weight, and I'm not having the money. I say, okay, not a problem. Can you make a plan? Maybe I think so. I will see. I say, what are you seeing? You're already seeing now. What are you seeing? You know, sometimes I really.
What do you want to say?
What do you want to see? Is there a question you have that I can help you with? Then another time they just say, I will tell you. I say, okay, not a problem. 3 months down the line, I'm still thinking. Okay, you think until you stop thinking. No problem. You're the one with the weight. Sometimes you have to make people feel uncomfortable. And because that weight is a problem.
Yeah.
But there's some people who will never manage to help even with all this information, and it is okay. You don't have to help everybody. No, no, no. You help who wants to be helped. The ones who don't want it is okay. Yeah. But when they're sick, they will come. And when people have these diseases, they sell property to get help.
Yeah.
So you choose. Do you want one day to use all your money on the doctor and there's nothing you can do? Or will you use supplements and stay alive and keep all your properties? How many people do you know here who have sold properties to take people to India for cancer? So if you know what you can use for cancer, why would you wait until you sell a property? Do you know if you have no diabetes and you use botanical balance, you will never get diabetes? It prevents it totally, and diabetes is a bad disease. If I tell you about diabetes, you people will run out of here. It affects your kidneys, you have to go for dialysis. You may get high blood pressure together with diabetes. That's a very bad combination because blood pressure medication affects diabetes and diabetes medication affects pressure. She's a nurse, she'll tell you. So if you have the two, when the pressure is very high, they say now, which one is the worst one? Is it the sugar level that is too high or the pressure? Okay, let's manage the sugar level. They leave the pressure. And if this pressure is not good, you understand? So when the pressure goes up, they say, okay, let's leave the sugar, let's manage the pressure. So the two of them cannot get treated at the same time. Then also diabetes affects your eyes. They eat the cornea, so very soon you will not be able to see. Then the other thing for men, they become impotent. And when the men hear the word impotent, they say, just give me what you said now.
You're not the funniest today, eh? The funniest bit, there are some men that you will meet.
Yeah.
They have diabetes, they have pressure.
Imagine.
But then when you talk about mastitis,
Yeah.
first give me that one.
First, give me that. So when you just say, okay, if you're diabetes, you'll be impotent. No, no, no. What did you say I should use? Then the other thing, if you don't manage diabetes, you're going to be limbless because blood doesn't get to the ends. So we'll have to amputate your legs and your hands. Okay. You get tired by 3 o'clock. So do you want diabetes really? So if you take botanical balance and you know you'll never get that thing, do you want to tell me if you're in your normal brain, you will not take it? Finally, on the thing about supplements, sometimes you don't have the money to take every day. This is food. So if you eat fish today and don't eat fish for the next 2 days, nothing happens. So what I tell people about supplements, just be consistent. If you can only take 2 sachets of Provitality in a week, no problem. Take 2 every week. The problem is you take Provitality the first month, then the next 6 months you take nothing. Then the next 1 year still nothing. Then when you are sick, you start coming. So if supplements are costly for you, find out the basic ones. And even if you have to do twice a week, do. Even for children, I say, even if you have to give omega-3 twice a week, Monday and Wednesday, do. But every week through the year. So it is food. So if you don't eat fish today, what happens? Nothing. So, but you see, you will not get that understanding unless you come for a training. And some of us who are a little bit experienced explain to you. You understand? So I'm sure today, if you didn't understand this training, there's some things next week you will not do. But you know what my reward will be? My reward is not for you people to thank me. My reward is to see you in Dar es Salaam and to see you in the Lifestyle magazine.
Wow.
Yesterday I had a like I given a Provitality. Also had a program with